Rhian, have you continued your new game of coming up with specific intros for each
I,
film?
I am indeed.
Here we go.
Oh, right now.
Yeah. I am Thomas Cruise.
And I am AI generated sidekick, Rhian Holmes.
I'm going to do anything about a dog.
Well, give me a second.
Rhian, this comes out in 4 months. We're all going to be dead by then because AI will have taken over.
That sounds rough. Best in show.
Best in show. Um, Again, I gave you what was it? I gave you my list of the decades lists and said pick a decade, and you said the 80s, and then you said, and then I said pick a film, and you chose This Is Spinal Tap, and then I said okay, let's do all four good Christopher Guest movies. Um, we have now done This Is Spinal Tap and Waiting for Government, and now this is our third Best in Show. Again, same lineage as Waiting for Government, directed by Christopher Guest, written by who's get so bitchy, written by Christopher Guest and Eugene Levy. Actually, they drafted. They had a 16-page long outline, and then the majority of the film is, of course, improvised, as is the case.
16 pages. Wow.
Well, I guess these are the flex, these are the swans. I want to know this: who comes up with the characters?
I feel like they form just of their own accord. I don't know whether they have like certain groupings that they think are going to work well. At least with like, I feel like at least with the core characters, like the returning players, they can just let them run wild. I think for obviously, you've got your Jane Lynch, Jennifer Coolidge. Like I feel like certain dynamics needed to be created for them from the offset, but the others, I feel like they just put them on set and went have fun.
Is this the first big Jane Lynch thing? Other than, I mean, obviously, we all know that she plays one of the doctors in the Harrison Ford movie, The Fugitive. We all remember that. But is this the first time that we're seeing like funny Jane Lynch? Let's have a look.
Well, yeah, because um it surprised me how young she looks in this and how kind of
Well, she was
striking.
born in 1960, so she is 40 years of age here.
I almost said she was in your favorite film. It's not the case. Fatal Instinct.
The parody, yes. Oh my god. No, this can stay in. I was going to pause. Rhian, the girl who I was with and it didn't really work out, loved Basic Instinct. How am I going to find another woman in my life who enjoys Basic
Find another
Instinct?
mentally disturbed woman to indulge all of your whims?
That was Basic Instinct. She really enjoyed it.
Jane Lynch was in Space Chimps. That's a lyric.
Jane Lynch was in space. I liked New Game, Taylor Swift lyric or Matt Healy lyric. Is Jane Lynch was in Space Chimps more one or the other? Again, dating this. This comes out 6 months from now.
Matt Healy, absolutely.
Do you like Matt Healy?
I love the 1975.
Not what I said.
I despise Matt Healy. Why are you trying to give him like formality?
Matthew Healy.
His name is Matt. He's a grown man.
And what's his mother? Denise Welsh.
Yes.
Yeah.
The loosest of the women.
The loosest woman, yes. Hello, I'm Denise Welsh, the loosest woman. The most dangerous game. Best in show. Often referred to as the best of the Christopher Guest movies. Can I just say right now, no. Waiting for Guffman is so much funnier.
Okay,
This
we're on the
is
same page.
excellent.
But then is that biased of us coming from a theatrical background and seeing kind of the grandiose people like
Yeah,
act
yeah.
like their amateur production is like gonna win a Tony and finding it funny not just because of that, but because we know people like that.
Yes, but no, I'm gonna say I'm not a huge rock music fan, but I still, obviously there is unconscious bias with Waiting for Government. Obviously,
Mm.
anything inside an amateur dramatic. Yes, okay, I'll allow you that. But also, I just think, just pound for pound, I think Waiting for Government is just that little bit funnier.
Yeah, I would agree. In fact, I'd say this one is probably lowest on my list thus far.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, like as you say, pound for pound, like I think jokes were more. There was a bigger breadth of like little gags, whereas they're a
I
bit more
was
fearful.
pausing to write down jokes when I watched Waiting for Government and Spinal Tap. I had to
Yeah,
pause. I literally was pausing. Best in Show, I never paused. Apart from when it came to writing down the lyrics for the two Terrier songs.
yeah,
Um,
which we will get to in musical moments.
oh yes, musical moments. I like that. It's best soundtrack corner,
Of course, yeah.
but I like musical moments.
Well, because
Um,
soundtrack corner doesn't feel applicable to this. It's hardly a score. I've got 3 songs written down, and one of them
Three.
is the lullaby.
Oh right.
They
Don't.
buried Barbara in the old churchyard.
Did Tony ever make you do the rose, 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 red exercise?
No, I heard about it. We sang Paper Doll instead.
We also did Paper Doll. You're not original.
I didn't think I was. He's been rehashing the same bloody curriculum for 50 years.
Oh, I hope this isn't an Angela Lansbury situation. Poor Will railing into Angela Lansbury. When does the episode come out? 4 months later.
I love Tony James.
We all
Gonna
love
go on the
Tony James.
record.
And I love Angela Lansbury.
God rest
Will,
his soul.
however, hates Angela Lansbury and would say so often. Right. Best in Show. Are you a dog lover?
Do I out? Okay, I've done it now because I didn't instantly answer yes. I am neutral to dogs. I will say I
Mm,
prefer the little ones,
good.
but I think because I wasn't a dog owner growing up, I don't have that spiritual bond that I see with a lot of people and dogs. I wouldn't stop in the street. I also don't have a dog voice, which I've discovered really sets me apart from the rest of society. I was walking with my flatmate and someone had a dog and my friend immediately bends down and starts like conversing with it like oh and I felt like I was in a business meeting. I was like, hello, nice to nice to meet you. I couldn't put on a voice.
Are you trying to pitch a second like sketch of the Kristen Stewart can't talk to kids thing, but with dogs?
Honestly, yeah, that's how I felt. um and it's been really hard for me to admit this in certain circles without you know people thinking that I'm deranged. But no, I think I don't hate dogs. I'm not obsessed with dogs. However, this made me feel a type of way. Not vindicated. Vindicated is the wrong word. I started treating it like a reality show. I got invested.
Oh yeah.
And I think as well, like I mean these movies are timeless, but because real life like reality TV has become so parodical of itself, sometimes I'd be watching it and there'd be a lot of gags, but I would treat it as, oh, these people are real.
Oh yeah, it's a testament to the performances. It's a testament to the level, the quality of improvisation that we're dealing with. Um, yeah, those two things. It does feel completely real. And as much as we're seeing Eugene Levy again, and as much as we're seeing Fred Willard again, as much as we're seeing Catherine O'Hara, as much as we're seeing a lot of repeat faces, feel completely different characters.
Yeah.
And it's not just a different haircut and braces when it comes to Parker Posey. It's a whole new persona. And then yeah, I mean, looking at guest across all four films that we're going to do, and even just looking at O'Hara across three, we're not doing for your consideration. Although I might, do? I don't know. I'll see how I feel. Um, for your consideration is the weakest, but it's still pretty good. I'll see how I feel.
But
Um,
yeah, I think it's that thing that I think it was Bryan Cranston said it on a podcast where he's like, you have to wholeheartedly believe as the character that what you're saying isn't funny in order for it to land as funny. And I think that's like they strike such a good balance of playing these jokes, but as if like there's nothing out of the ordinary about it.
have you ever seen a bad improv group?
Yes.
Yes. I can't stand when they burst out, little thing, when they burst out laughing whenever the game finishes. I don't know what it is, but like, oh my God, I've got a pillow. Okay, end the game. It's just these little things that really annoy me. And I don't now. Again, I've done a mockumentary. I've done an improvised mockumentary, and the minute we cut, or sometimes I laughed in the take, or people laughed, and I had to cut around it. But there is something about any time an improv game ends, it's like, the place is on fire. Okay, end the game. And they
Yeah,
all
it's
suddenly start
self-indulgent.
laughing.
It's self-indulgent. I have a fear of going to an improv show blind because I love it done right. But the moment I think that people aren't on board or they're starting to tank or they're getting nervous, I get the sweats.
Rhian, I had the great joy of watching in Philadelphia an improv group, and one of the games was it was called Party Guest, and you would come to the party.
And Christopher Guest was there.
Yeah, Lord Hayden Guest, yes, and I'm Jamie Lee Curtis. This is my husband, Christopher Guest, and and you would come in and you'd be like, "Oh, welcome to my party. How are you? Oh, I'm good. Robin's in the car." And you'd have to guess who these people were. And obviously, you'd be like Batman. And this guy was Patrick, SpongeBob SquarePants Patrick. And this poor woman just didn't get it at all. And this game went on for so long. She started having a panic attack. She started crying because she didn't know who Patrick was. And this guy is stood there like a starfish going, oh, my pants are a different size to my friend. And like, oh, I'm really looking forward to that Irish holiday. That's my name. And this woman was just like, I don't know.
Was she an audience member or
No,
was
she
she?
was a member of the troupe. And
That's the show. That's the mockumentary we should
dude,
write.
bad improv group. Will it feel like I'm specifically aiming it at that ex who I had to sit through a bad improv? That is the best acting I've ever done. Did you like it? It was really funny, darling. Yeah, it was really funny. I thought I thought it was it was enjoyable.
Oh, so
it's
it was
not.
her idea to take you on a date to an improv
No,
show.
I'm talking about the other ex who was in an improv group.
Oh, of course, yes.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. This is what we're doing. Bad improv group. Do I cut this out? No,
It's
we're
so
keeping it in.
meta. There's layers to it.
Yeah. Are you willing to get the worst haircut I've ever seen?
You know this is going on the internet.
Nobody watches this. You called my last ex mentally disturbed, and I know you were referring to Basic Instinct.
Nothing else.
Nothing else. Um, no, that's TMI. Okay, we move on. I'll tell you after. Funny story. Best in show. I love dogs. I didn't have a dog because my mum's dog Tina got ploughed by a lorry, and it was like really sad for her as a kid. And she was
I'm
like,
so sorry. I'm so sorry, Sarah.
"It's all right. It's all right." You know, rest in peace, Tina.
That's dated you.
That's dated. Yeah, this goes out 4 months later. Oh my god, we went on holiday. Another tangent. I was on holiday with the lady friend, and it was the day the night Tina Turner died, and it came up on her phone, and she went, "Oh my god, Tina Turner's died." So we asked the entertainment host, this Spanish lady, who had the big screen up, and she was like, "I'm sorry, Tina Turner's died. Would you be able to put a song on or something?" And she went, "Yes, yes, yes," because she is so strong, and she apologized to me, and then went, because her husband was awful. I'm sorry, her husband was awful. It was like, I know that Ike Turner was an abusive, horrible man. You don't have to apologize to me. And then she paused the quiz. Sorry, she hadn't started the quiz yet, and she puts on Proud Mary, and it's the longest version of Proud Mary you've ever. She is literally going, "Well, take it nice and easy, boom boom." And
I've heard that version.
it's so long, and there's this drunk arsehole at the back going, "This question one. What's the question?" The lady friend is giving me arthritis, squeezing my hand, saying, if he says it one more time, I'm going to say something. He's just drunk. He doesn't know that she's dead. And then this Spanish woman keeps turning it down after every 3 minutes because it's been going on so long, this video, going, "We're playing her because she's such an important woman. She had an awful life, but she is strong. And now she is dead, so we're going to respect her." It's great.
You couldn't write it. That was brilliant.
It was great.
No, your Spanish accent could use some work, but
my Spanish accent is very good. I'm really good at doing Antonio Banderas in Evita. Have you watched Evita, Rhian?
no, but I've seen Puss in Boots.
Puss in Boots. I went on a Puss in Boots ride in Universal Singapore, and he does the voice, and he's like, "Oh no, the big back." It's like, and he's like, "Here goes the cork." Because you're a champagne cork popping. That's how you're going quickly. And he's like, "Here goes the cork." And
a cat's drinking champagne. It's just unrealistic.
It's not good at all. Can we agree on one thing before our first break, even though we haven't talked about the film Best in Show? How awful are cats?
I mean, they're a lot less agreeable. Again, I'm indifferent because I never had a dog or a cat. I had feral rabbits.
I think that's a line from Basic Instinct.
Feral rabbits. Yeah, we had feral rabbits. One of them died, and then one of them, I was told, was taken to an animal sanctuary when, in actual fact, my dad just released her into the wild. Bear in mind, she was a white rabbit with a single brown stripe, no natural camouflage. So if I had to guess, she was probably picked off by a falcon within the first 2 minutes of being there.
We don't get falcon. Do we get falcons? Is that what happens to rabbits?
Probably. I don't know. It's a treat. A house rabbit just frolicking around.
What was the name of these dead rabbits? And we'll rest in peace them before this first
Are you
break.
ready?
I'm ready.
I came with these names when I was 12. So the white one was called Fifi.
That's fine. Nothing to be embarrassed about.
called Rasheen.
Rashid or Rashid?
Rasheen, the Irish name.
Oh, right. Not Felissa Rashid. Not Felissa Rashad. What's her
No,
name? Is it Felissa Rashad?
I
Felissa
don't know.
Cosby Show. That's Felissa Rashad. Yes. Okay. We'll be back, we'll be back to talk about this happens sometimes. It's fun. We'll be back to talk about the actual film, Best in Show, momentarily. Okay. Best in Show. Minor box office success for an independent film as its type. Very successful and was a huge critical hit. And yeah, as I say, a minor commercial hit. Where do you want to start? Do we go? I don't know what to do. Bad podcasting. I've got here the Wikipedia that has the dogs. Should we just start with the dogs and go from there?
Yes, let's.
So we have. It says here can che. What? Oh, oh, right. Okay. Okay. Here we are. Okay. So all have earned the title champion, indicating they have qualified for a championship. So can chair means that they've all been champions at the Canadian Kennel Club Championship. These are the real dogs. We don't care about the real dogs' names. We have Beatrice.
I don't know why I was surprised to learn that they're actually championship-winning dogs and not just like really good dog actors.
Yeah, no, I guess they have to be. They have to be good dogs. Let's go let's go character by character then instead, because I'm getting confused with the dogs.
It's also
Ooh,
overwhelming.
to celebrate Halloween 2022, former Victorious castmates Ariana Grande and Elizabeth Gillis paid homage, Gillies, to Best in Show by recreating several scenes from the movie in which they each dressed up as multiple characters. After shooting in May, the results were then posted to Instagram and drew praise from Jennifer Coolidge, Ariana Grande, Best in Show.
Can we do like a cutaway?
No, that's
roll the tape.
It's too much editing. Rhian, please. Okay, no, they didn't dress up as multiple characters. They dressed up as Jane Lynch and Jennifer Coolidge. That's
incredible, though.
Yeah. Do we think Ariana Grande has actually seen the film?
Yes.
Okay. Was that mean? Was that too mean to Ariana Grande? Future Glinda.
You didn't ask if Elizabeth Gillies had seen the show.
Elizabeth Gillies has definitely seen it. We were victorious.
Broadway veterans.
Elizabeth Gillies is a Broadway veteran?
Yeah, they were both in 13, the musical.
Oh,
they
right.
are playing all the characters. Here they are as Eugene and Catherine.
On Instagram.com. Are you sending it
to
on
me YouTube?
On YouTube. Oh, YouTube is a bit of you enjoy that for a minute. Okay, right. Let's start with the flex because they're the first ones that have come up on wikipedia.com. Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara as Jerry and Cookie Fleck. Before we begin, should there be some sort of order here? Do you have a particular least favorite couple? And should we build up to a favorite couple?
Sure, yeah.
Least favorite.
Let me pull up the cast so I'm not misnaming anyone. But I do know off the top of my head.
I'm just going to go on a limb. As much as I still find them funny, not the biggest Swan fan, not the biggest Hamilton and Meg Swan fan, Parker Posey and Michael Hitchcock. Find them very funny, but they're probably my least favorite.
Oh, interesting. I would have said Scott and Stefan.
Oh, Rhian, I'm not doing this argument. Please don't. waste 10 minutes here
No, no,
on.
no, no, no.
Okay.
Like nothing against them. It's the same line of arguments as you just
Oh, good,
used.
good,
They're
good.
very, very funny. Just someone's got to be at the bottom, as they say. Oh, oh, I feel like I'm Fred Willard now. Somebody's got to be at the bottom.
It was going to be
Of the
about,
pyramid.
and that is a thing apparently in gay sex. So they tell me. And do you have gay dogs? Is that a thing that you can have? I don't exactly quite know. I guess you do have pheromones. It could be a thing. um, okay, fine. Let's talk about the swans first because they're mine least favorite. Um, very enjoyable. Again, very enjoyable. Christopher Guest wrote down in a book years before catalog people as an idea. Um, and then obviously that becomes this, and they're both sharing the same J. Crew catalog, and they met in different Starbuckses, but across from each other, and they were both working on their Macs.
I just love the braces as well.
Real
Like
braces. Parker Posey
real
put in
braces.
Parker Posey put in real braces. Yeah. Um,
That's incredible.
I
I was
mean,
wondering that.
yeah, Robert De Niro bust up his teeth for Cape Fear, you know. So um, don't know what that means. I mean, that's just true.
He could have
Um,
used braces after that.
yeah. Um, and what else, mate? Yeah. Then fine. Then let's talk about. Okay, so there's the Swans. Yeah, fun. I think it is an all-round winning cast. I don't think there is a. I don't have a. I have one. What's the change? But it's not really. You know, I don't have a. What's the change of? Get rid of these people. These aren't funny.
Mm.
Everybody's funny. Everybody's great. Everybody's well cast. And again, they shot over 6 hours of footage. And again, it's that incredible tight 87 minutes. No fats. Flies by. You're the queen of things need cutting. Did this? You're not going to come out with a hot take, are you? This is another perfect 87 minutes.
No, no. It was perfectly concise. There were actually things like I guess I didn't have changes written down, but I suppose off the top of my head, it would be things that I'd like to see more of, if
Yeah,
anything, rather than less.
yeah. No, it's always the case. And then we've got. Oh, sorry. Can we talk about Christopher Guest as Harlan Pepper? Funny and nice and lovely.
Criminally underused, I felt.
Yeah, really quite.
Yeah,
I think maybe he was self-conscious
sure.
after being Corky and after taking the major role, quote unquote, and being the lead. Maybe he did just want to step back a little bit this time.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's difficult because this was such an ensemble piece. It didn't feel like any one
Yeah.
couple like were the main couple, and yet I almost kind of wanted there to be like
Yeah, maybe this is missing a Corky. Um, by virtue of them winning, I guess the flex do become kind of center based, but not
yeah,
really.
I suppose yeah, because they were like the underdogs almost.
Mm.
They faced the most adversity, which will
The
lead me
the
into my
underdogs,
specific
Rhian.
favorite moments. Yes, I know it was deliberate.
Okay, good, good. You didn't react, so I thought, is she
See,
really
the
said that?
trick, the rule of comedy, as Brian Johnson says, never let them
Yes.
know that you think you're funny.
Um, Sherry Ann and Jane Lynch. Sorry, again, this is the problem with these episodes is that I sometimes go in and out of character name. Um, Jennifer Coolidge as Sherry Ann Cabot and Jane Lynch as Christy Cummins. Um, let's talk about Jane Lynch. We both
Just wonderful.
we both have a love of Glee
We do.
um, for our sins. Um, is this taps into a Lynch that lacks the anger and violence of a Sue Sylvester, but none of the firmness that a Jane Lynch can offer.
She's got verve, which is not a word that I throw around lightly.
She does have the pantsuits of a Sue Sylvester,
yes.
And the formal wear.
I do wonder, like, what kind of movie it would have been if she had been that kind of like straight-laced, like Titan, being like, these dogs are all mangy idiots.
Yeah.
Like if she had a dog that was like her Cheerios, that she was going to take to the big leagues, that could have been interesting. Maybe
That could
even
have been
not
good.
her, but like a character who was that,
Yeah.
you know.
If it wasn't Jane Lynch, though, I would have constantly been saying, "Why isn't this played by
It should
Jane
have been,
Lynch?"
yeah.
But no, and I love this budding lesbian relationship with Jennifer Coolidge, and Jennifer Coolidge as Sherry Ann, unwitting, just wow. Are you hiding a secret Jennifer Coolidge impression, Rhian? Are you ready to? Have you watched The White Lotus yet?
I haven't, but Jennifer
It's
Coolidge
great.
has such a special place in my heart. From I mean, a lot of little girls will agree. A Cinderella Story,
Oh
starring Hilary
right,
Duff. And of course, Legally Blonde. How can I
yeah,
forget? I
Paulette.
think that's the yeah. Keeping the dog, asshole.
Very good, Rhian.
Thank
Very good.
you.
I'm not usually out here picking out. That's
You're
not
not
good.
very pretty. You're not
Yeah.
very bright. Glad we had this talk.
Have you watched Drop Dead Gorgeous? Not
No,
Jennifer Coolidge, but it's another mockumentary. Very good. Denise
drop dead.
Richards. Very, very, very good. Um, Drop Dead Gorgeous. Kirsten Dunst. Maybe we do an episode. Brittany Murphy. Um, very good. Maybe we watch that. Okay, let's go into categories then. Let's do best single minutes. What do we do best 10 minute stretch? We can kind of throw out this time. We threw it out with Waiting for Guffman as well because it's so
Yeah,
bitty. I have one
exactly.
nomination for best 10 minute stretch, which is the dinner with Cookie's ex, and the son Zach.
Oh, of
Um,
course, the talking him off the ledge,
how many
off the roof of the shed.
how many people have you talked down? I mean, is there a well? They always jump. I've got news for you. It's
Little
a
trick
little
of the trade. They
yeah.
all jump.
But today we had a real tough one. There's a guy, he jumps. That doesn't bother me. It happens all the time. But you see, you think the guy, they drop like rocks. They don't. He hit a gargoyle on the way down. This guy gets his head caught in the gargoyle's mouth. The head pops off like a grape. The body continues to spin like a whirling. When they hit, everything pops out. It's like a pinata. The intestines, they're spring loaded. Forgive me. I was like, you know what? I was just remembering that time with you and me at the lake, the pinata. Remember? Oh, was that you? Are you sure that was you? I think you know who it was. What did you think of the running gag of Cookie Flex past?
It, oh, there were moments that I thought, okay, this is very dated. Like, him just like fully coming in and kissing her on the mouth. I was like, queasy, queasy. But the gag of like, no matter where she goes, there is someone. Like, yeah, I thought that was very funny.
I mean, even Buck, that handle looks familiar to me. Um,
Yeah, yeah. I was waiting for it to flesh out, and then I was like, no, that'll be too obvious.
even at the very, very, very end, recording the song from Yard Backyard, and I'm sorry, Cookie Googleman. Like, does this remind you of anything? I'm not wearing underwear. Bulge, is that you? You've grown. Trust me, I'm growing right now. Um, great stuff. Great stuff. And just the great pain of Eugene Levy's life. Um,
A real man wouldn't care.
well, maybe maybe it moves away from the insecurity of his. I've been a Jerry Fleck. What a weird thing to admit. The you know I've been primed before entering spaces. Um, what's the
Oh,
great line?
sure.
Yeah, there's a great Mad Men conversation where they like Don's with his new wife Megan, and Don bumps into somebody and who they used to have sex with, and he's like, What's your problem? We used to work together." And then Megan goes, "Oh, we can go to a few places where I used to work with people if you want." It's really great stuff. Whereas Betty, his first wife, would just go, "Darn." Mad Men, what a perfect show. Um, okay. Anything else you want to talk about with the dinner with cookies X? I've got a few specific moments which we can talk about in a minute. Um, okay, the best single minute. Best single minute here. Okay, the flex.
Yeah.
Introduction to the flex. I mean, Cookie had dozens of boyfriends back then, hundreds, hundreds. I did not know that. And the incredible reveal.
Of the two
It's
left feet.
it was like I was born
Yeah.
with two left feet, and
The pan down.
I thought he was kidding at the time. And yeah, such a simple gag of him wearing two left shoes.
That I would bet my life on the fact that that was born out of an improv conversation, and then they went, "Okay, we have to go find him
Go find him another
two
left
left
shoe.
shoes."
I
Such a
is
good
that
moment for me as well, like forgetting that gag and having it return
for the
when
walking
he
later.
comes for the walk. I'm like, why doesn't he want to do it?
Yeah. Um, poor Eugene Levy in all of these Christopher Guest movies needs to be deformed strong. It's
You are
just
deformed.
it's just
Well, I was
was
going to mention that the motif of Eugene Levy's characters being cross-eyed as well, when it
yes.
cuts to the pic of him at the prom.
I was Casanova in my time and hard cutting to that Casanova picture. The blue
That's
tuxedo,
wonderful.
great stuff.
Yeah.
There is only one cutaway that beats it, and it is in A Mighty Wind, which is our next film, and makes me laugh harder than anything in that movie. Which I wonder if you'll notice which one it is. Um, Meeting the Vanderhoofs. Well, they're not the Vanderhoofs because they can't be married. Um, uh, but Scott and Stefan, and the title card Tribeca, New York, which makes me laugh in itself. That they're from Tribeca, New York, and the introduction of how they met, and I saw Scott, and I asked my ex-wife, and I said, "Who's that?" Just a brilliant throwaway line, um, and a little bit of life, line the loafers, and I was like, oh no, how am I going to tell mom? Did you John Michael Higgins and the wonderful Michael McKean entering back into the fold from Spinal Tap? Um, I can't deny that Scott and Stefan are probably my favorite of the couples. To say that they were your least favorites.
Interesting. Yeah, no, that checks out, I think. I don't know, I think maybe because we've seen like so many similar characters like since.
Yeah.
Like it was very like it felt like toned down Birdcage.
Well, aren't you thankful that it was toned down?
Well, yeah, because I think if they had been like crazily over the top, it wouldn't have counted the others as well as it did.
Yeah.
But I don't know,
Oh,
I
I
was
was just speaking
expecting
from a
like
2020. I'm speaking from 2022 lens. It's
oh
2023.
sure.
And
That too.
aren't you thankful John Michael Higgins wasn't a screaming queen?
Well, they do exist. You
They do
know?
exist, Bill Hader talking. Have you ever
Are
watched
we gonna
Skeleton
deny
Twins?
representation? No. No, I do. I know what you mean. Um, there is certainly a line, especially with like straight actors playing gay roles. Um,
We don't need to do this. I did it already. I did it in my prom review. Oh, James Corden. That is still the worst one. I'm gay as a
oh,
bucket of
oh,
wigs.
absolutely.
Atrocious. What did I say in the review? The problem isn't that James Corden isn't gay; it's that he's a bad actor. And then that's the review that my mum read and said, "It's very mean, Tom. What if you end up working with him? I don't think it's good you writing these reviews. I think you should only write reviews for movies you like." Oh,
You laugh, and yet 10 years down the line, when you're on the Late Late Show,
not anymore.
is it done?
He's done. Yeah, he's left it,
Oh, well, I never.
and we're going to turn down his visa ship to enter into back into our country.
He's going to be a citizen of nowhere as penance for his crimes.
Edward Snowden and James Corden.
He's going to be crossing the street at an LA intersection, and then he'll be like, just once more for old time's sake, bust out into a musical number, and then he's going to get hit by a six-wheeler.
One can only hope. If I was at a stop,
that was too far.
I don't know. If I was at a stoplight and James Corden dressed as a mouse thrusting in my face, "Let's get loud, let's get loud," I can't say on my family's life that I wouldn't stop driving. I'm sorry. I love the song "Let's Get Loud," but I will not have it ruined by James Corden. The best thing a minute, the Cabot Mansion. Leslie and I have a very physical relationship.
Oh yeah, of course. We should feature them in our couples lineup.
Yes. Doesn't say a word. Leslie doesn't say a word. You know, we have so much in common. We both love soup. And
we could talk and not talk forever and still find things to not talk about.
It's brilliant stuff. The ventriloquism reveal, which kind of doesn't go anywhere, but it's just that lovely little weird detail that Harlan is practicing to be a ventriloquist. Great stuff. I love the guy named Malcolm who comes up to Cookie at the party. You know, the mint julep. You know, I've banged a lot of waitresses, and you know, you don't forget the best. And then Jerry's way out of that. And Jerry's way out of it. You know, I've got to go see about the air conditioning. And then Parker Posey's Bumblebee interaction. This is a fish. And grabbing.
Thank you very much. When do you store for something you do not have?
And grabbing, as a last resort, the thing that's least like a bumblebee.
Yeah. If anything, the fish was the best.
Oh yeah. I'm really kind of happy every time the Swans get disqualified. Are they the villains of the piece?
They were terrible. Although again, this is the come back to the thing of me getting genuinely invested in these events. When Beatrice jumped up, I was like,
oh, no.
I gasped.
Oh no. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do Tom Swindler's specific favorite part of the film. So, do you remember what the sex position from the initial therapy is called?
Oh God, is it like the Congressman or something?
It's called the Congress of the Cow.
Did you look that one up?
I didn't. Let's look it up now. Is this a real position? Private. Congress of the Cow position.
Okay, so
a sex position, yes. The girl is on all fours. The man penetrate. This is according to UrbanDictionary.com.
Well, anyone can write something on Urban Dictionary. I'm on Google Images and I can only see cows.
Oh, I've got here on UrbanDictionary.com a sex position. The girl on all fours. The man penetrates from behind while reaching around, simulating milking the breast. So I don't. Is that what that is called? I mean, I've held a woman. I've felt a woman's breasts in this position. Oh no, but no, I understand what they mean now. They've never been still on all fours. They've been not hoisted up, pulled up. This is a lot.
Sorry, I'm just grieving my digital footprint right now.
Oh, um,
What if I want to
the
be a politician? What if I want to work with James Corden one day?
what if I want to work with James Corden and they're like, you did a podcast with that guy who said that I was a bad actor. I was reading his Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris review, and then
I mean, I have also slated James Corden quite openly. I did a production of the last 5 years where I changed the lyric from "This is why they cast Russell Crowe in a musical" to "This is why they cast James Corden in a musical."
can you do that copyright wise?
No, but I think about 7 people saw it, so it's okay.
Oh, was that the one you did in lockdown?
Technically just after lockdown, but it was still, yeah, we went digital.
Yeah, and I was not one of those 7. The I don't like Andrew David. What's his name? John Cameron, Michael David,
Jason Robert Brown.
Jason Robert Brown.
You just giving me 3 white male names.
Yeah. Mark David Chapman. Who was Mark David Chapman? He shot John Lennon.
Oh,
Who was Lee Harvey Oswald?
shot JFK.
Who was John Wilkes Booth?
Shot Abraham Lincoln.
Uh,
Allegedly.
allegedly.
They're all alleged, of course.
And the last one, I'm trying to remember. Where's death?
Of?
Come on, give me a break. Where is assassination?
That's a weird tangent.
James Earl Ray, that was it. The guy who shot.
MLK?
Yeah.
Yes.
You're down with the kids.
Yes.
MLK. Bloody hell.
We were friends.
We were friends. MLK Jr.
Yeah. But he didn't like
True.
that. It was infantilizing.
I really got confused. I ended up at a rally. I thought it was the guy who did the 99 Theses. Was it the 99 Theses, Martin Luther? Was it 99?
Oh, not Magna Carta.
No,
I
Martin
know what you're
Luther.
thinking of. Yeah, I know what you're
Martin
thinking
Luther.
of.
It was like the 109 Theses. Martin Luther. This is the worst
95
podcast.
theses.
95. Okay. We've done one specific favorite moment and then took a Congress of the Cow tangent that ended up.
All right, here's mine.
Okay, go.
The dog mailbox, of course, outside the Fleck house. The matching braces we've had. Catherine O'Hara's fall, just out of nowhere.
Put a pin in that. That's coming up later.
I'm sure it will.
Yeah.
Jane Lynch's military salute after getting through the first round. It's just wonderful.
Yep.
And American Bitch in the 6 months later.
Yep. And what does American Bitch focus on? The issues of
women,
the
dog owners, purebred dog owners.
The issues of the lesbian purebred dog owner. Yeah.
Expressing matters.
Okay, we've got 5 minutes. Here we go. This is like when I did the Boogie Nights ones. Okay, here we go. 5 minutes. Here we go. The picture of Scott as Carmen Miranda spanking a topless masked hunk in reference to in my wild days. Jennifer Coolidge. It was a real shit box. The Cookie's ex's wife being genuinely complimented by the line, "Your wife's luscious melon breast." Oh, really?
Melon breast. Oh, thank you, Jerry.
Thank you. That's really, really good. Are you doing it on credit card? Talk to daddy. I'm German Irish. Oh, like Robert Duvall in The Godfather. The 2 TV hosts getting ready for the interview, and the guy going, "Energy," and then popping on. This is my euphemism, scarf. hammering a hotel wall to put up that sheet. Such a small, subtle thing. I mean, quite literally hammering in the middle of the night. The worst thing you could ever do. Hammering a wall.
Off of that, them hanging up the ribbons from the previous wins on the wall.
It's very good. If you're a dog or a friend of a dog, I gave her this Sophia Loren Persian eye. I looked freakish, so I took it off. An old joke, but a good one nonetheless. It's terrible to think in some countries dogs like this are eaten. How do they make them miniature?
You're stepping all over my favorite line.
I'm sorry. Sherry Ann finally kissing Christy. Rhapsody has two mummies. Jane Lynch. Jane Lynch, when they decide to make Eugene Levy do the walk. Oh no, what are you going to do? Oh no, what are you going to do? Scott's facial expressions when he's presenting the dog. The proctologist, when Buck says this, when he goes, I said to my proctologist, I said, take me to a dinner and a movie first. And he goes, yes, I remember you said that last year.
That is us with any joke that you make.
No, that is untrue.
Yeah, you said that last episode.
It's true. Lovely, not a funny one, but really lovely. Christopher Guest's Harlan Pepper's face when he loses, just that sort of soft, really nice, really nice. The cassette, the Captain and Cookie, beg for it.
Beg for it.
The ancient art of ventriloquism with the hieroglyphs, the hieroglyph holding a little hieroglyph. And
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, and then the Gone with the Wind photo shoot. Excellent stuff. Do you have any other weirdly specific favorite parts of the film?
I think that was all of them.
That's all right. Before we end our first break, what else have we got? Let's do this tagline rundown. Some pets deserve a little more respect than others.
Needlessly divisive. There was not that much conflict, I thought, between the couples.
No, Jane Lynch has a little bit, but it is quite nice that they're not awful to each other.
Yeah.
One of my favorite single minutes, not that I said it was a favorite single minute, bad podcasting, is them at the party that first night and the flex talking with Scott and Stefan and just having a nice time. You know, there's not this whole thing of, oh my God, what if they win? Or any, something like that. We're going to take our second break and then we'll be back to talk about Soundtrack Corner, best lines, best specific Halloween costume, which today has 5 nominations, and a few fun facts and Tom's big question. We'll be back shortly. It's a best in show. Building our set. Philadelphia, Rhian.
Oh, incredible.
Love Philly. Where did you go in America?
Philly. I went to Kentucky. I have technically been to Philadelphia. Lovely airport.
Why do you mean technically? Oh, because of the red eye to Florida.
My connecting flight, yeah. And back actually. I went back from Lexington to Philly and then to Heathrow.
Ah, there you go. So you've flown over.
Yes.
Yeah.
Opinions of Philly? As a
me?
second... Yeah.
Love it. What a place. What a place. Great place. This needed more Philly. I wanted to see more places. Take me back.
Ira Brand School.
I wanted to be back there. It's great. It's a great place. Best specific Halloween costume. Sherry Ann's outdoor puffer jacket with that awful head, like furry thing that's not big enough. I know it's called a hood. That one.
No, they're all the rage.
Are they? Yeah, Ariana Grande's wearing it. Scott's hotel check-in outfit, huge leopard print coat. Sherry Ann's red party outfit with the tiara and the awkward like necklace beads. Buck Laughlin's tuxedo with the red and the curly hair. And then obviously the answer is Scott's Matador final costume. Where I'm from, if you wear an outfit like that, you better be a hotel doorman.
I
Do
love
you?
like the corset detailing, incredible.
Is
I
that
mean,
that? Oh God.
as we've seen from Ariana and Elizabeth, you can make any of their looks iconic.
Yes.
I don't know if you did actually look at the YouTube video. They impersonate the Flex at the beginning and the couple that they go to visit. They do full costume for them, and of course Jane Lynch and Jennifer Coolidge, which I think is the most like
Iconic. We become famous people and we get approached by Entertainment Weekly and to do a Halloween dress up. What do we choose?
Marriage Story.
Okay, good.
Come on now. I
It
got the
is the
hair.
it's you have got the hair now. Can you do the dance?
The dance. Well, not right now. I'm in my Grandma Josephine era. Um,
Oh, Grandma Josephine.
I do dance like that though, and
Yeah.
that made me feel very attacked.
Grandma Joseph, that would be a great outfit. Her first rise and shine when she's got the sunglasses and the oh no, I'm thinking of when don't say anything, Charlie Bird. When she's got the sunglasses and the blue jumpsuit and in the middle of the bathroom and she's running the shower. Oh,
Wait, is her
Charlie.
name actually Grandma Josephine?
No, you're thinking of Charlie in the Chocolate Factory.
Yes,
I
that's what
thought
I
that,
was going for.
I
Because I'm
thought
laid down in bed.
I thought you'd remember Julie Haggerty's name, and I was being a bad Marriage Story fan.
No.
Oh,
What
I
is
feel
her
better
name?
now. I'm Googling. I'm already on it. Don't worry. Um, Three-time Academy Award winner, sucking my. Um, Julie Haggerty. Julie Haggerty. Sandra. Hmm. Don't know about that.
No, I don't agree.
Sandy. Do they call her Sandy?
No, they call her Charlie Bird, Grandma.
Mima.
Mima, yeah.
Mima. I have my own relationship with. Oh, let's do Marriage Story again. The
Yeah,
greatest
can we
com-
please?
the greatest comedy of the 21st century. Um, do you know that you're still the only person who holds this opinion with me?
That is the
I
greatest comedy.
I don't think people have actually seen Marriage Story. This
They don't watch it closely enough.
they're just like, oh yeah, it's really sad. Oh, marriage falling
Yeah.
apart. Come on,
It's in my top 10 of all time now.
oh, it's an astounding piece of work. Um, is Barbie going to be good? We already know. We already know. It does have one of my like four horsemen of the apocalypse for if a movie's going to be good or not. In that, it's got Kate McKinnon in it.
Yes. I mean, it's got everyone in it.
No, 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 that was a bad horseman.
Oh, a bad horseman.
Yeah, don't like. Not a big Kate McKinnon fan.
Oh, come on. Love Kate
No.
McKinnon.
Yesterday.
What's your problem with yesterday?
Yesterday's
That's
awful.
actually
Do you like Yesterday?
no, I've seen it once.
Oh, thank God. I don't
Not
have.
enough
Yeah,
times to have really an opinion on it. Let's not get into that.
best in show. Let's do best line. This is always a big hitter.
Should we go back and forth?
Yeah, let's go back and forth. And that really worked for my family until my mum committed suicide in 1981.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna see the Liberty Bell and the place where they make the cream cheese.
You've already packed 6 kimonos. We're in Philadelphia for 48 hours. How many tea services can you do?
Well, 48 hours. Well, then I need a few more.
I need another. I need 7.
It's okay. I do this for a living. I'll gouge your eye out with my thumb, you little freak.
Yeah. Turned to jelly. I went to one of those obedience places once. It was going well until they spilled hot candle wax on my private parts.
I remember telling my proctologist, hey, why don't you take me out to dinner and a movie sometime?
Sorry. Well, you must be very proud, Mary.
Oh,
Oh my
shit, you took my
goodness.
last one.
Who are you all of a sudden?
Who
Good
are
baby
you
boomer.
all of a sudden?
I love, you know what I really enjoy? Good baby boomer gag. Um, who's that in the burgundy jacket, Mr. Hip? Um, excuse me if this subject is a little bit off topic, but guess how much I can bench press?
Yeah,
um,
brilliant.
what else? She looks like a cocktail waitress on an oil rig, and that is the one and only time I've done it on a roller coaster. What else we got? Let's do uh, soundtrack corner. God loves a terrier. Yes, he does. God loves a
Perfect
terrier.
little terrier.
It's terrier. Uh, God doesn't miss a stitch, be it dog or be it bitch. When God created the Norwich Terrier with his cute little terrier, yes, God loves a terrier. Do you prefer that or do you prefer backyard, front yard, in the park? Play with it till it gets dark. Take it home after a while, then chew it up terrier style. Bow wow, delish. Chew it up.
I think God loves a terrier. It's got more soul. It's got more heart. Everyone at the party is like at least pretending to have a great time.
That's the like anti-hero of Beg for It by Captain and Cookie. Whereas uh backyard front yard is really more the uh uh I know him so well. What's it called? Don't tell me. For good. No. What's it called? Um Speak now. No. This is a really good joke, Rhian. Um
I think you need to take a sabbatical from
all
women.
too well. All too well.
You should
Taylor's,
know these things.
but only Taylor's version.
For fuck's sake.
Not, I don't actually, not Taylor's version. All too well. YouTube Taylor's version, MP3 download. So it has the scene in the middle.
You let go of my hand. I didn't let go of you. You're crazy.
All these people, all these people. Who's the actress who she cried to in a toilet? I want to know.
Oh, there's debate about this.
Is it like Kirsten Dunst? And also, can I just
Someone's
say,
definitely theorized it. Who is the
and also, can I just say for the record, he doesn't have your scarf. He just doesn't have your scarf. Can we just say for the record, Jake Gyllenhaal does not. And also, let's stop throwing Maggie Gyllenhaal into this. You know, oh, at your sister's house. Maggie Gyllenhaal didn't do anything. She invited you. She invited you to your house, and she
I
doesn't
feel
have
like
your
this is the
goddamn
second
scarf.
episode where you've said the words he did not keep the scarf. If you'd like to know, the series the prevailing opinion is that Anne Hathaway is the mysterious actress in the bathroom.
Oh, Love and Other Drugs era. Is that when they were together?
Um duh, 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 duh.
You told me you were auditioning for Catwoman. I said that's big shoes to fill. Michelle Pfeiffer was great. Fuck the patriarchy. You told me.
Keychain on the ground.
You, you
Oh,
said.
Jennifer Aniston is also another
Okay.
theory.
You said to me, okay. You said to me, you wanted to be in more comedies and you were in Horrible Bosses. And I said, Horrible Bosses 2 wasn't as funny. And I said, We're the Millers is great. And I said, I really like Jason Sudeikis. And I said, I really hope Jason and Olivia are in a good place. I
Yeah.
really do. Yeah. Oh,
I
you've.
want all too well Thomas's version. That's actually
Wow.
15 minutes long.
I think it's on the way. I think it's ready. Um, other notes. You're not a Twin Peaks person, but Judge Everett Bainbridge is played by Don S. Davies, who plays a major role in Twin Peaks as Major Briggs. And it's just very weird seeing him show up and do nothing.
Excuse me, he didn't do nothing. He had the most important role
This is true. This is
of
true.
deciding the winner.
This is true. What's the change? Better fall for Cookie. What the fuck? Bad fall doesn't make any sense.
It was
No,
perfect. It was
no,
perfect.
it
It was
annoys me
perfect
to this
because
day.
it was bad, and she makes note of that. She's like, "What, did I just trip over nothing?"
But doesn't it take you out of the realism?
No, it's just it. I I couldn't change it if I wanted to.
That's all. That's all things.
Well, yeah, because the film has already been made.
Been made. Interesting take. A few
That's
fun
a
facts.
gag we should put in somewhere in our improv comedy
Oh,
documentary.
Rhian, I re-listened to an episode. I can't remember which episode it was, but it literally has it's the origin of I was the gopher on the set of Caddyshack, and I literally write it down.
He's gonna write that down.
I write that down. I'll let you know now you're frozen again, and this is an incredibly weird experience. Oh, I knocked my headphones. Here are a few fun facts. Fred Willard was specifically instructed by Christopher Guest to not do any research on dogs. Jim Piddock, on the other hand, had to do a lot of dog research so that his character would appear knowledgeable. As a result, Guest says that some viewers are surprised to learn that Piddock, is not a real dog. Joe Judge.
He's not a real dog. Yeah, to be fair, I thought he was.
Yeah. All of that stuff was shot in one day. I have 3 facts here about Fred Willard and no other facts. All of that was shot in one day because of a film that Piddock was already involved with. Fred Willard's character of Buck Laughlin was based on baseball legend Joe Garagalo. That's not right. Who had co-hosted the Westminster Kennel Dog Show in years past to similar effect. And Joe Garagalo. No actual dog show would allow them to film on site, so the filmmakers had to
weird laboured pause you do after dog. No other dog show.
I don't know what it is. It's not working. It's also not intentional, so the filmmakers had to create their own dog show. One of the working titles for the film was Dog Land. It's intentional now, and it's not funny. Key to improvisational comedy. If it's intentional, it's not funny. No, that's not right.
Rule of improv comedy: just get things wrong.
Yeah, say no. This could be a fun.
Everything.
This could be a funny part. What are the rules?
Pivot, well, abandon every choice.
Yeah, everybody says yes and, but that sometimes people aren't funny. So I will just stop the improv and say no, that's not funny, Michael, and we start again.
Yeah,
this is gonna be good.
You know what I think it's gonna be? Well, I mean, the viewers at home, you're getting like the real insight into our crazy minds. You know what I know it's gonna be? It's gonna be you and me improving a full show and then scripting it and giving it to a team of people.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's a verbatim play that they have to do beat for beat. Otherwise, it's wrong.
I do sometimes worry about people not being funny. It's my one fear in life. Tom's big question: how does best in show work? Like, I understand best in group, but how can you judge these 7 dogs against each other when they're completely different dogs?
Well, the thing that I'm not big in the dog show community. I've never seen like Crufts and things, but I presume they actually give the dogs things to do rather than just prance in a circle and stand on a podium. Like usually they look at like their coat and like how well kept they are, and then like
Yeah,
I thought they did like a little obstacle course or something.
I think you do at some shows. I
I
don't
feel like
know.
there's definitely more to it than what the film had us believe. Like
Maybe they
they
cut
wouldn't
it
have had
out.
to take more than a day to do it.
No, I do think it is just a day, isn't it?
No, I mean to shoot it.
Oh,
If they had all the inclusion
Westminster.
of all these like extra activities and contests.
Ooh,
There's the hot
according,
dog eating portion, of course,
it's not
but
Stand
that's
By
just for the
Me.
handlers.
The Westminster Dog Show is currently held in New York City's Arthur Ashe Stadium. Well, that's stupid. It's called, why isn't it in Westminster? Um, uh, no, they don't really have much. I thought there'd be funny things to talk about, but there isn't really. It's just a dog show. Um, who's your favorite judge? Because mine is your number one, two, three. That guy.
Yeah, I like the one who's like aggressive with the pointing.
Yeah, great guy. And the only other Tom's big question is very simply: was Winky really the best in show?
See, this is difficult.
Because I'm going
It
to go
shows how
Shih Tzu.
invested I got in it by the end. Again, it's like, how am I meant to judge them? I didn't see them do anything. I'm just going off appearances, which feels unfair. But even then, Winky would not be my top choice.
Yeah, I would go. I would have gone the Shih Tzu. I would have. I think it looks the cutest. Although I do love a terrier with its pretty terrier.
I do think Winky needed to win because they were the purest of heart. Um,
Yeah.
again, they overcame adversity. Like it just made sense. Um, but the other dogs were, I don't know, more polished looking. But then am I being like breedist in saying that?
No, you can. No, I no. That's the whole point. Well, I get maybe we need to dismantle the whole industry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
build it from the ground up.
you're goddamn right. Anything else to say, Rhian, about Best in Show?
um, I mean, a very strong guest pick once again. I'm excited to round off our time with Mighty Wind.
It
Um,
it has a real it has a sad love story in it. So it obviously what was the bingo you once wrote? And you missed off the biggest bingo of all Tom things, which is that every script and film or whatever has to have a sad, lonely
oh
man in it.
sure, yeah. I didn't actually finish that bingo card, but that would be on it.
The next time I give you a script, I'll tell you the gist of it, and then you get to write down five things beforehand.
Sure.
Like I think if I told you before the pageant play, oh, it's seven women in the 70s making a pageant, blah blah blah, you could have probably written down.
One of
Mm,
them wants to be Elaine Stritch.
yeah,
One of them like has a drinking problem. One of them has a gay son. I think all the three of those were like the same person.
no, Gay Sound was different from Elaine Stritch is kind of Lorna. Just think
um,
when the pageant play is on the West End at the Duke of York Theatre and has been transferred, just like 222,
oh
over
God.
and over and over and over and over
We're
again
not actually dating ourselves because 222 is going to be on forever.
forever. With they're just going to circle out every member of Girls Aloud.
Did you see that tweet that was like Maria Dolmio is in
Yeah,
222?
222. Have you watched it?
No, I haven't.
patently average. Ugh. Anyway.
Could say flagrantly average.
Flagrantly. Maybe it'll be the new mousetrap.
Maybe.
Maybe we should put Cheryl Cole in the mousetrap. What would happen if Cheryl Cole just said, I'm going to do the mousetrap for a year?
And we'd let her. She can do whatever she wants. She's earned it.
Cheryl Fernandez Vicini.
That was great. Can you say it's time to face the music?
It's time to face the music. It's time to light the lights. It's time to meet the Muppets on the Muppet Show tonight.
Yeah, you had the right sentiment.
Cheryl Fernandez. Yeah. Oh, Cheryl.
Can you sign off in that voice as well?
Rhian Holmes. God, I grow weary, Rhian. I grow weary. I don't even know of what.
Best in show.
Best in show. You were smiling at least when you froze.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Best in show. A Mighty Wind is Left. What's our next mini project? You are going to have to bow down for Michael Douglas month, Rhian. When are you going to admit? When are you going to
have to bow down for Michael Douglas month?
It's going to be a great time. A celebration of the pulsing sexuality of my movies. What if we do Ant-Man, but we rewatch Ant-Man as if he is Detective Nick Curran of Basic Instinct, just now become a scientist?
Wouldn't that be
Scat
fun for all the ages?
Scat Pym. Fucking hell. Get people in good movies again. Rhian.
They're not all winners.
No. Name a good Marvel movie since I don't even know.
Let's not open that can of worms.
Oh, I know.
Your
Coming soon.
Subscribers will turn on you.
Coming soon to the cinematic universe. The Worm Can. Wormomania. Oh my God. Oh my.
Holes. Come on.
It's right there. It's right there. Yeah, it's gonna be like, oh my God. In another, you know what we need? Another Spider-Man multiverse bullshit. It's so annoying, and it's just lazy, and it's really quite annoying.
Glad we'd spend our time on this podcast looking at the only franchises that matter. Christopher Guest.
The Christopher Guest movie. You know what was really great and I loved? Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. Beautiful movie. Gave it 10 out of 10.
Judy Blume.
Judy Blume. Have you watched it?
No.
It's great. 10 out of 10. Yeah, 10 out of 10. Great movie. I nearly knocked over a vase. It's time to conclude. Best in show. Are you there?
Are you there, God?
Rhian, can you hear me? That was, by the way. Oh, go on.
I thought that was you ending it.
Oh.
I didn't want to cut in.
No, let's both sing Yentl. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Papa, can you hear me? Hear me? Oh, Yentl. Ah, Yentl. Dabba 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 da da ba 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 ba.